Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So UConn's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
The guys we relied on every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
Let's talk just for a minute about UConn. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush. You cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. UConn will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll take it on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more.
There he goes. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The play action fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 2nd down coming up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Bentley. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but
snatched it right out of the air and waltzed his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Runs for the tackle. Guys, for just a second, let's talk about UConn. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who was very highly recruited, that was a massive win.
Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll try the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses.
He lost one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Now this offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Breaks into the open. And he's got enough for the first down. Mark it at the 34.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Carter. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Looking to fire. Now adjusting. Snagged out of the air. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He wants to throw it again. Here's a heat. Gets rid of it. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
This time on target. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. This offense needs to avoid getting in its own head, getting domed up with its play calling in the red zone. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
To the air on second down. Skips away from pressure. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
The UConn offense goes back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wants to fire on second down. Sets up the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Collins. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. He knew the heat was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football, because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
And he had it for a second. Just dribbled out of his hands.
Come on, receiver. You can make that play. You do it all the time in practice. Don't come out here on game day and start getting big eyes under the big lights. You got to make that catch.
And back to the air on second down. That's caught. It's Porter.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Turning it on. Got the first down and more. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Porter. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Direct snap. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And they'll try it again after getting nothing on 2nd down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to power it in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on 4th down, David. I'm finding my best player offensively and giving him a shot.
And what you said is all the difference in the world. I'm already down a lot early. I got to make some things happen. This is a situation to get a touchdown. I'm going for it.
Lets it go to the end zone. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. And now this offense will take the field again. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. to give to the lone running back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Now on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And here comes the punt team. Takes it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here we go. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Working that left side now.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, you'll take that completion.
Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Swings it out to his running back. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
He's got his man, and he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board. Looking downfield very late in the half. Caught over the middle. It's Hutchinson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Second down, he'll throw it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and some momentum.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first two quarters under the microscope.
UConn has it teed up to start this second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. UConn going back to work on offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now here, second and long. Wants to go up top. Punts it out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Quickly complete. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Nice move to keep running. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Might as well give it to him again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. Caught behind the line. It's Hutchinson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the left. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies. He'll try to tack on one more. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Pulls and fires complete. Oh, he's got some space. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. It's caught. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got his man downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking for room, it's Carter. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Brings up second down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. Snags it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UConn offense goes back to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Fires deep on the run. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that one.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. After the big first down sack, it's second down. Looking to fire. Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how they stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Huskies will hustle to the line. They turn to the passing game on third and short. On a little time, lets it go. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down. He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
A strike downfield. And he's in for the touchdown.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Oklahoma State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Pistol Pete isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Colorado. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Huskies have a lot of options on second and inches. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. On target. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's talk just for a minute about UConn. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're...
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Rides to back on the option, the give. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Huskies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll give it to him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, UConn.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but a nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. He's going to run it. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
And you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Even with this lead, they'll throw again. Caught. Made a defender miss. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different-looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And, David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.